Yo, what's going on with everybody up out there, man? Welcome to Sports with Chuck and Chubby, man. Before I get up into this conversation, y'all, why don't y'all hit that like button for me one time? Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. If you already haven't, hit the notification bell for our updates, man. And let's go ahead and rock out, man. So, Shador and Shiloh is very popular for going to the fashion show in Paris. And I think it's, like I said, it's Shador and Shiloh. I didn't have a problem with it. Now, if it's somebody else, but however, that's totally contradictory of what I have to say about that, right? Them being there. Look, during the middle of a rebuild, and they know it. And when the actions speak louder than words, am I correct? Am I correct? Can y'all agree with that? Can we all agree with actions speak louder than words, right? See, this needs to be said. This definitely needs to be said. You see people who are alumni of Colorado University that love the school, bleed the colors, and when they have something to say that is not propaganda and leaning in towards a delusional take, literally, they are crucified out here in social media, literally. And that's not fair. It's just not fair, because the actions speak louder than words. Read between the lines of what's going on. We know that Pat Schumer just got named the offensive coordinator there at Colorado. We know this, right? We know that there is still a search of a defensive coordinator, right? When you look around football, and listen, call it what you want to call it, but I'm talking about looking around college football. This is not just about Colorado. Look around college football. Do your research about all the teams and as a whole. When you see teams that announce their defensive coordinators and their coaches, so their staff, late in the year, how does their seasons end up? Right? Now, I know that Coach Prime had, when he was at Jackson State, when he first got there, the very first spring, it was rough. They took some L's. They took some losses. When he got his guys out there at Jackson State University from D1, they ran the table. They lost in the championship game. You out there, the bowl games. They lost it 2 years in a row. They did. We know this, right? But they went undefeated in the SWAC conference. He moved up. Now they're in the Power 5. Last year, he revamped the roster, completely overhauled the roster out there. They ended up with a 4-8 season. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Whatever. But there is a rebuild going on. And what does this have to do with Shador and Shiloh? It has nothing to do with them. But what I'm saying is them going out there and handling their business is like they got business to attend to. It does not stop what is going on in Boulder. They can't control what coaches is in place and whatever else ain't in place. They can't control that. All they can control is what they do, and or they prepared for what they're about to do for the season, right? Now, when you look around college football, and I know I got a little off there, when you look around in college football, this does not have a fairy tale ending. When you are announcing your coaches or bringing in coaches this late, because now they have to not only coach players, but they also have to coach the football staff. They have to learn the staff. They have to learn the players, the schemes, and put those in place. So whoever comes in absolutely has to be the best candidate for the job, to be able to pick up on everything as fast as they can and hit the ground running at 100 miles per hour and trying to build right then and there. Okay? Now that's so what I'm saying now. What I meant by the actions speak louder than words is exactly what I just said, and I explained it. Literally. They got business to attend to in Paris. They got no things is going a certain way up at the school right now for their football team, so they still got business to attend to. The actions speak louder than words. You can say now people look at this and they started looking and saying wanting to get on what they were wearing and this and everything else, instead of just looking at the facts right then and there and saying, look, okay, now we really know for a fact that this is a rebuild, and the season is going to, they're looking to be, you know what I mean, make it a positive season. Absolutely they are. They definitely don't want to be in with no losing season. They definitely want to go at least 7-5, 6-6 without a doubt. But they know this is not going to be an easy season. They are going to enjoy their lives, and that's that. But when you get to looking at some of these people who out here who irresponsibly feed you propaganda on your team and give you false hopes with narratives that spin and everything. Look, you can feel positive, and it's good to feel good and be positive about a lot of things, but let's be realistic here. Are you always positive with content creators when they're making their videos? Are you always do you always have something positive to say to somebody about that? No, you don't. So why go and feed propaganda to people because you want them to feel good about things? This is all a game to sell more. Sell. I want to sell you the illusion of your team going undefeated, not being beat. I want to show you that they're getting so strong like everybody else in college football. And the thing is some people say that the algorithm's down. What is happening here is that people are getting fed up with getting fed the propaganda. That's what's going on. They want realistic takes. They want the real. We know that we're struggling, that we're rebuilding, that when you start off at 1-11, you're not meant to go 12-0 when you completely overhaul roster. So you won 4 games. So this year, are we going to go back and say we're going to win 10-11 games again? Realistically, that's not realistic. An 8-win ceiling is probably an 8-win season is probably the ceiling. 6-6 is the floor. We want to hear that. But can you make me feel good about knowing that my team might take 5 to 6 L's in a season? Can you make me feel good about that? Or are you going to give me everything and tell me that every single player that walks through our doors is going to develop into the superstar that you are? Because my coach wears a gold jacket. Is what is going on out here. And I'm telling you, the real is recognizing this. The truth will set you free. The truth is always better. And that is just what it is out there. It is what it is. The future is so bright for the Colorado Buffaloes. But right now, they are rebuilding. And you need to hold yourself accountable when you are feeding your audience the propaganda that you are. Now, y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Give it to me. All criticism is welcome. Everything is welcome. Bring it. I got an answer for everything you throw at me. Believe that. I'm ready. Let's go. And let me say this before I leave. I want him to succeed, but I know the realistics in the football. Coaching is not easy. Peace out, y'all. Like, share, subscribe.